This year marks a turning point where owning a home starts feeling like a financial burden rather than an asset. The average property tax on a single-family home in the United States hovers around $4,300 annually. Homeowners face insurance premiums averaging about $2,470 each year, with this amount rising roughly 9% since 2023. On top of that, manufactured home park rents have climbed as well, reaching an average of $679 per month by late 2023 after a 7% increase over the year. Utility bills add to the strain too. Americans suffered approximately 6.1 hours of power outages in 2023, yet still paid around $144 monthly for electricity in 2024, with projections suggesting this could rise to about $178 per month during the summer of 2025. Taken together, these expenses are not mere background noise, but a tightening financial chokehold that grows worse every billing cycle. This backdrop sets the stage for the significance of the 2026 Tesla tiny house, which is designed to give control back to homeowners over their taxes, land use, and monthly expenses. It offers practical, cutting-edge solutions to reduce the tax load, cleverly turn land placement into a financial advantage, and trim recurring expenses with smart technology. The goal is to enable a smarter, more affordable way of living. One of the primary ways this tiny house helps financially is by making the tax code work in the homeowner's favor. Its design allows it to qualify for important tax incentives largely because of its efficient construction and low energy requirements. The roof is designed to hold a compact solar panel array in the range of 3 to 5 kilowatts. This size is ideal as it provides enough power for a small home while keeping initial investment costs manageable. The market price for residential solar usually averages about $2.53 per watt, which means a 5-kilowatt system can cost roughly $12,650 before incentives. Federal tax credits for clean energy cut this cost by 30%, reducing it by about $3,795. Adding a home battery system to pair with a solar array is a natural next step for a tiny house, since the daily energy demand remains low. A battery sized around 13.5 kilowatt-hours easily qualifies for the same 30% federal residential clean energy credit. Prices for these home batteries range broadly from approximately $7,466 to $16,795 installed, which translates to an additional tax credit of around $2,240 to $5,034. Moreover, many states exempt qualifying rooftop solar installations from property tax reassessments, meaning solar panels can often be added without increasing the taxable value of the property. This combination results in a powerful financial incentive. Tiny houses can take advantage of the full 30% credit with smaller and more affordable solar and battery systems, and often avoid a rise in property tax assessment when state rules permit. Furthermore, the 2026 Tesla tiny house is nearly custom-built to benefit from the energy-efficient home improvement credit, which is another financial boost. Since the interior volume is small, one mini-split system can handle all heating and cooling needs, typically costing between $1,500 and $5,000 installed. 30% of that cost counts toward the annual tax credit cap. Hot water systems also benefit. A heat pump water heater suitable for a small household normally costs around $3,200 to $4,700 installed and qualifies for the same 30% credit. Adding basic air sealing and insulation improvements to such a small living space can often max out the $3,200 yearly credit limit with fewer upfront costs than a larger home would require. These energy-saving upgrades lower baseline energy consumption, allowing the solar and battery systems to cover a larger share of realistic energy use, effectively bringing monthly utility bills more in line with the tax savings. Next, there are the property tax advantages. Tiny houses offer a considerable edge not through legal loopholes, but due to their inherently lower assessed value. As a rule of thumb, every $10,000 of taxable property value corresponds to about $100 to $200 annually in property taxes, or roughly $8 to $17 per month, varying by location. The average manufactured home price recently ranged between $120,900 and $121,700, while the median price for a new site-built home is closer to $43,800. Applying those numbers implies that a tiny or manufactured home would generate property taxes in the ballpark of $12 to $23 monthly at a 1 to 2% tax rate. In contrast, a new larger home might incur $337 to $673 monthly in property taxes, creating a significant monthly financial gap of approximately $235 to $470, even before counting energy-related incentives. Summing it all up, a 2026 Tesla tiny house hits every tax advantage. It qualifies for the 30% clean energy credit, generally avoids property tax increases due to rooftop solar, can access up to $3,200 in energy efficiency credits, and starts with a lower assessed property value. The strategy is straightforward. Select an appropriately sized solar and battery system, claim all available credits, upgrade insulation and efficiency measures, and leverage the low property assessment. It's a clear formula for lowering both upfront costs and ongoing expenses. Another smart financial move with this tiny house is how it can eliminate the necessity of owning land outright. The design conforms to the tiny house standard, defined as 400 square feet or less, with specific regulations for lofts, stairways, and egress set by Appendix Q, streamlining the approval process. Keeping the footprint at 20 by 20 feet limits the foundation slab cost to about $2,400 to $4,800, based on $6 to $12 per square foot. For foundation solutions such as helical piles, a small crew can often complete installation in a single day, cutting on-site work and minimizing costly permanent improvements tied to land value. The roof area remains sufficient for a 3 to 5 kilowatt solar array, so the structure doesn't need size increases or modifications that would increase taxable value. Generally, property tax runs around 1 to 2% per year. For every $10,000 in additional improvements, you might pay an extra $100 to $200 annually, roughly $8 to $17 monthly. By keeping land and improvements modest, trimming about $30,000 in site-related work compared with larger homes, you're potentially cutting $300 to $600 from your annual tax bill, translating to savings of $25 to $50 monthly. In total, living in a 2026 Tesla tiny house makes it realistic to cut monthly costs by more than half, from over $300 monthly to significantly less, thanks to the elimination of gas bills and maintenance, reduction in trash, water, sewer, and internet expenses, along with minimized subscription fees and upkeep costs. This approach transforms steep recurring bills into manageable expenses. Choosing a tiny house like this offers a clear path to more affordable living, combining smart tax strategy with land use efficiency and monthly expense reduction. The steps are simple. Pick the right system size, claim all relevant tax credits, select the optimal site, and keep the property and improvements small. By doing so, homeowners can enjoy a lifestyle that is not only environmentally responsible, but also financially sustainable.